Prairie County Commission, you're gonna go through our final draft to our growth plan, correct? Final draft
Yes,
that's been going to be recommended to the commissioners today.
that is correct. We are recommended the final draft of the growth plan. I don't know if the commissioners have had a chance to look it over very well yet, but we found a couple typos that really don't change the messages in the growth plan. They're just periods and capitals in a couple of wrong places. So there are very minor changes yet to be made. Unless the commissioners decide there are greater things that should be changed.
You wanna give us a synopsis?
I guess of 45 meetings or whatever.
45, is that all?
It just seemed like that many.
Oh, it was that many.
Yeah, it was over 20.
Are you all good friends still?
Yeah, pretty fair. Got to know each other better.
Cuss each other out in two different languages.
So we started off, this was process kind of with the big meeting we had about October 30th, I think it was at the senior center. And there were people that really in the county and still do want to pursue some kind of zoning. But our growth plan did not really provide anything in it to allow for or to guide zoning if people and the commissioners chose to pursue that. And so we took it upon ourselves. It's supposed to be updated every 10 years. And our last one was in 2016. So we decided this would be a great time to accomplish some kind of update. And we went through meetings. We, with your permission, we hired Great West Engineering to help us on our growth plan update. And we did almost everything by Zoom call or a meeting of us and Jerry Grabens of Great West Engineering on the phone. So after several meetings, we were proceeding, but quite slowly. And so the Land Planning Board took it upon ourselves to become more involved with each particular issue that we felt needed updated. And then we had a public hearing after many of our own meetings, May 15th. And there was quite a few issues that the public attended. Had like 23 people come to the meeting and bring up a lot of pretty specific issues or changes that they thought should occur. So we went back to work on that and made a lot of those changes. At that time, thanks to Tracy, Renee, Todd, Lauren, and myself, but Tracy did a lot of homework on the computer, her computer, to make these changes in an efficient manner, because the way we were doing it with Great West Engineering was really slow. And we were having a hard time getting anything done very quickly. So we took it upon ourselves to just make a whole bunch of these changes, look them over ourselves, email them to Great West Engineering, Jerry Grabens, and have him make them. And then he would look them over and tell us if we made any changes in there that did not conform to Montana code. And we really didn't have any changes that did not conform. You know, and these are more statistical and updating employment information. And one thing we learned was that the 2020 census is not very highly regarded among people like Great West Engineering that work on these growth plans.
It's not very well regarded by people that did it either.
Well,
It was stupid.
we come up with a lot of some folks that worked for government agencies, federal government agencies in Terry, challenged some of the stuff that we were getting from the Bureau of Economic Statistics and the Department of Labor. about how many federal employees there were in Prairie County, and it was way off. And so we didn't know what to do, and we just kind of cut out the numbers and broadly generalized the statement. You know, so, some of this got to be less, what do you call that? Less exact, but it's not wrong, if that makes sense. So we struggled. We had another public hearing on June 14th. And, we had a few less people attend and a couple people that couldn't attend. And we actually got with those people after that public hearing and solicited their comments and made some more changes based on their comments. And so, anything else, Tracy, Rini? I missed something.
Anything that you pertains to something that you liked, you did, the change in the original from the previous growth plan? Is there any dramatic changes that you could?
Well, so under the interagency coordination, there are
Page.
some, page. Good question. So it starts on page 7. But I'm actually looking at page 10. So under land use, we added a policy there, policy 5. Prior to development of resources, a baseline environmental evaluation of plants, animals, soils, and water shall be completed. That was, based on a public comment, that we got. So that, that is an addition.
We went through quite a few of these policies and we did wordsmith some of them because we had quite a few policies where we said something shall happen. And the county did not have the authority to make sure it shall happen.
May have.
Yeah, or should, it's some word that acknowledged that we don't have the power to do some things, but we would sure like to see it happen. And we had quite a few comments. There was, one person listed like 40 some comments down to a page and paragraph of some of this stuff, and we made almost every one of those changes.
So that was an addition into interagency, and somewhere in here, there's an addition in this that has to do with, how much we value, our natural scenic viewshed. Haven't put my eyes on that yet, but that is also another, and I thought we'd made it a policy.
Page 14.
Thank you, Shane. Oh, it's a goal. Okay, so it comes under the goals and objectives. So we did quite a little bit of work under the goals and objectives. And that's where we got into changing wording to encouraging. We're gonna encourage these things. And so encourage the consideration of the scenic value of the natural viewshed of Prairie County residents. So we added that.
Page 13.
14. at the top.
Yeah. Second box down from the top.
When did you add that?
Wow.
Well, we just added it in the process, so
Yeah.
it'll be part of the update.
I see.
Yeah, based on.
It was in
based on
between
one of
the
public-
two, in between the two public hearings we had.
May 15th, I turned on BLM. And that's it.
So I guess in my mind, the really important things for the commissioners to really look closely at would be that interagency and the goals and the goals and objectives. And double check and make sure. Then you get into the rest of it. It's a lot of information about Prairie County.
No. We have till perpetuity, which we prefer to do in about 30 to 90 days.
Or at least 10 years.
We should just go through and read it. we have some changes, we can make the changes, right? Do we have to bring them back to the? I don't think we have to bring them back to you if we make a change.
No, you guys are, you're, this, all that superior agency. Superior group, so.
We are technically the authors when we sign.
Yeah,
We are your employees, so to speak. Unpaid employees.
So under the public engagement.
I knew that was coming.
not human scale. Yeah, I would like to go through it.
Well, absolutely. I just wanted these guys to give us a rundown of what they thought was important in the growth plan that they felt was important.
Well, where's the part that we added about zoning and subdivision? I think that's back to these land use or something.
Page 16.
What page?
I think there's a extensive one beyond that too.
What was it?
16, you said?
That's,
That's the start one, I guess.
I'm trying to find it. The reason we're a little, so we, every time we worked on this thing, the page number.
Changed the
changed.
page number, didn't it?
66, is that the list you're looking for?
Yes. Good. Yes, page 66.
I have a strange question to ask because I'm trying to figure out how to get ready. Is everybody here interested in the budget part that's happening at 4 o'clock? If you're interested in it, I'm trying to figure out where I need to be set up. Because I have to get the computer on. Sorry for the- But I just want to know little room or big room.
Little room.
Thanks. Thank you.
So Lisa was correct, page 66, zoning regulations.
Have you read this, Lisa?
Not this specific version, but yes, parts of it here and there because it's been adjusted a couple times.
Yeah,
This is my third copy, so yeah.
Yeah, I skipped a couple of copies.
the zoning regulation part hasn't changed since June 14th. I don't.
Page 56,
66.
6. All right. Okay.
We had considerable discussion about the prior paragraph to that too, pipelines. We used some of that old examples for the Keystone Pipeline and the taxes it might have generated. Those were estimates from the time period that was proposed.
Yeah.
So, and we dated it, so you would understand that that was several years.
206.
we tried really hard. We added a map in here about, that included Bankhead Jones. The land, but it's actually really hard to decipher, but it is.
You gotta know what you're looking at.
That's on page
And
31.
it's little, and I don't know if we can make it bigger, or even if that would help, because you can't really read the key.
Turn it
But
sideways.
it's there.
Make it a little bigger.
I think it's 380,000 acres out of the 429,000 acres, I think, Snakehead Jones.
Well, we had some, pretty big difficulty because we got all kinds of numbers about how much BLM land there was, how much Bankhead Jones there was. And there's 3 different sources that give 3 different numbers.
Yep,
And so we just kind of went in between all these numbers and picked a number and tried to make them all add up.
Doesn't our courthouse have those numbers?
Yeah, but they're not the same as other. I mean,
we don't have the acreage of federal land official. We don't have anything in our courthouse.
Huh,
it's hard.
everybody's got a different number.
Yeah, and part of this comes down to the fact that, the satellite type mapping for NRCS and Farm Service Agency now goes down to the 100th of an acre, and not all sections are 640 acres.
No, a lot of them are 637 or six.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, or 642 or 3.
Yeah, I got 10-acre meadows that are no longer 10 acres, they're 8.34.
Yeah, and so this made all the different sources even less agreeable as to the exact numbers. So we got criticized heavily for using the wrong numbers until we figured out there might not be an exact rate number.
Is there a priority list, like when you listen to bullet points under zoning regulations, are you prioritizing as you go down the list of bullet points, or are they all equal?
This was given to us by Jerry Hurwitz. He wrote the zone, he wrote that part.
And so it's not prioritized.
Yeah, it was not, he added this language from Great West Engineering.
So I guess if you folks wanted to mix them up in a different order.
Well, I'm just wondering what the planning board's mentality was on your bullets. Is your bullet points prioritized,
What was
or are
there?
they all equal?
I don't think that we discussed whether they were all equal, and no, they're not prioritized.
Hands up near.
Yeah,
Okay,
Everybody's got a different priority, but a little hard to.
and you were reviewing it as a board that came from Great West. Or did you look at it as being prioritized or not?
I would say not.
Not.
Okay,
And we talked about adding more things in there, but we really didn't get any. Sometimes, you can get too many things in there.
Muddy the waters.
Yeah, and, they're not prioritized, so how do you add things and, assume it's on an equal footing to the
Would
other
it-
issues?
Be helpful to put a sentence in there that says these are not prioritized.
Like in no particular order or something?
Yeah, just because somebody coming in and asking for a growth policy, give them a blank slate, so to speak.
where did you get the $5,869,630 annually for taxes for Keystone? Is that Department of Revenue?
Environmental impact statement developed by the United States Department of Energy.
Okay,
Yeah, they estimated that.
But that was 2006 numbers. So most of these taxes are based on the, cost to build something. So who knows what the cost would be to build the Keystone Pipeline through Prairie County today versus 20 years ago.
Even the amount of items that they did do.
Yeah, and how much has the tax assessments and valuations changed? Even with, a certain cost of construction.
This was one we had much conversation about and decided that we would leave it as it is, even though it's numbers from 2006, it's still some sort of history.
Self-explanatory if you read it right.
Yeah,
You talked to the Department of Revenue one time about.
well, I talked to the Department of Revenue. Department of Revenue did not understand school equalization, left the millage the same, the local millage the same, and didn't realize that you're limited by the amount of money you can spend on per student. So as a tax savings, it wasn't necessarily an increase in
Revenue.
revenue, it was a tax savings because it was shifted to Keystone XL pipeline. But Keystone XL pipeline got that exact number that you got there from the Department of Revenue, because the Department of Revenue did not understand school equalization. So they just took the millage from the previous year and said, okay, then this is what we'll use for the new taxable value of Prairie County. This is how much more money it's gonna bring in.
Well, we just copied,
But that is a correct figure, even though it's in error.
Outdated.
the purpose of the deal was to, make sure that people looking at the growth plan knew that a major structural addition to the county's infrastructure would generate a very large amount of tax revenue.
And was lost.
Yeah, or postponed for a long time. If Alberta becomes a state, we won't have to go across the national border.
Can't always get there.
Anyway,
Not concerned about getting out, I'm concerned about getting back in.
Yeah.
the subdivision regulation part, we updated a little bit. Because we completed our subdivision regulations like 4 years ago, 3.5 years.
You just brought these in line.
Yeah. Under land use trends on page 67, that used to be a pretty long paragraph with a couple graphs. And we were having such a hard time coming up with the correct, what we felt was correct information on the agricultural valuations and productions, and we just got rid of everything except that one sentence. This sentence, everyone on the board felt was pretty well true at this particular time. And a lot of the other stuff that we had was outdated when we were having a really hard time coming up with new information that we felt was credible.
I remember that was the problem we had the first time with the revised subdivision.
Is there anything that any of you individuals do not like about the new growth plan proposal?
We argued about weather a little bit. I think we got that.
Got it sorted out.
Somebody I know had a lot of records.
They didn't get incorporated?
No, to prove a point, I used the other person's records. That way we didn't have to argue about records. We went around and around about the, amount of acreage in different Buffalo Rapids, units on page 69, 70, mostly 70. And I think we got the number of acres pretty close to correct, but our old growth plan was kind of before the Buffalo Rapids deal split up and everybody went their different ways.
Forward 1 and 2.
Yeah, yeah. And so now, I think we're pretty close on these numbers at the current time.
Don't they have the numbers in their own units?
There was some disagreement as to whether the numbers we had were correct. And we went with,
The Buffalo Rapids said.
yeah,
Isn't that how you're charged for water? On the acres watered? Should be a pretty easy number to figure out.
That was a long time ago. I can't remember where the mistakes were, but we have, this is what Buffalo, the acres are what Buffalo Rapids has confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
do you ladies remember where the part was about the free flowing wells? We added something there. I think it was underground water. Anyway,
The artesians,
we added something in that part because, the free flowing artesian wells that people have are flowing less. And the elevation at which the, artesian wells flow is getting lower. So some people's wells that used to flow don't flow anymore.
Have to be pumped.
Okay, and the reason that we changed this was that our NRCS folks said there is a program to cap these wells. Old wells that are flowing all the time, and a cost share to do so. And so we put that in this document
71.
that,
They also tell you when they cap one, it'll come up somewhere else.
well, part of them being able to access the federal funds through their program, they felt it was necessary that in our growth plan, we acknowledge that having all these free-flowing wells was, lowering the level and amount of flow that other people got out of their artesian wells. So the program is to make sure that people's artesian wells aren't running 24 hours a day, 365 days a year with no use for the water other than just letting it run out of the ground. So that was one of the comments that we tried to accommodate.
And what did you agree to?
Just, acknowledging that, having all these wells pumping all the time diminished the flow and elevation of the artesian wells that people depend on.
So is that going to, if you have an overflow in the winter time and you got an overflow on an artesian water source and you're keeping it open for livestock, but just letting it flow 24/7? Is that gonna cause some problems?
Well-
Only once they find out.
But you could, restrict the flow to what you need. So maybe if you're watering 40 cows, you don't need 8 gallons a minute, 24 hours a day, you
I
know?
think a lot of this is abandoned
Mhm.
wells really that aren't being used. It's
Just running.
just running. And so that's why there is a program to,
We had a 40-gallon well artesian running down at the valley that basically had been abandoned and it was considered a health hazard by our county health personnel. Yeah, and cost us $15,000 to get it capped. It was a bugger.
So this, is a pretty,
Fine.
on page 71, under groundwater, we talk about the second deep hydrologic unit. And, then the third one is the Fox Hills Lower Hell Creek Aquifer. And the last two sentences, some of the wells in this aquifer flow naturally due to subsurface pressure.
And most of
Allowing
that
free-flowing wells to have
stuff is
uncontrolled discharge may deplete the aquifer. Encouraging wise stewardship of this resource promotes a strong, abundant aquifer. So
I
that's,
have a book that come from a study done in 62 on some of the wells that were drilled in the Shell oil field. They estimated that that would run 35 gallons a minute for perpetuity.
and I wonder what it's like today.
Everybody still got water.
There's a huge aquifer down in Nebraska that they're irrigating fields out of.
Oglala.
Yeah,
Oglala
and
Aquifer.
every year that aquifer is getting 5 miles smaller.
Smaller. But we
They're
don't
running out
have
of
the
water.
drawdown on the industrial wells.
Aquifer went into Colorado at one time, and back when Susan and I just got married, we were down in that country, northeastern Colorado. And there's abandoned circulars in that area right now, where they were irrigating for 4 or 5 years and all of a sudden ran out of water.
Yeah, and not only irrigating water, but drinking water also. There's people that are using that aquifer in their house. So they're running out of water in the houses too, not just pits.
So anyway, that was a couple sentences we added to, respond to our NRCS folks wanting something in the growth plan that encouraged their cost share EQIP program to either cap or restrict free flowing wells to no more than you wanted.
Okay. Makes sense.
No, it's nothing.
Well, they can't say that we didn't respond to their comment.
One thing I agree with, it's salts are alkaline in nature, and it is that.
Depending on where you live.
I saw it.
Ours is manganese salts.
Yes, it's. Oh,
Manganese chloride.
yeah, chloride salt.
So any metal allied with a chloride,
It eats the hell out of the pipe. The
Yeah.
hole gets bigger and bigger every year.
that's good. So there's all kinds of salts that can be in your water. Other than sodium chloride.
Most of that comes from the sandstone shale that aquifer goes through.
I think that's true. But the pHs in the water, that's the amount of alkalinity or acidity, varies greatly throughout the county. Varies greatly on our ranch from about 7.3 to 9.
Yeah, there's some pretty high net pHs.
And when the water tank overflow kills everything, that's pretty high.
Got a lot of white ground around
Yeah.
the stock thing.
So we made lots of little changes to the, with the commissioners, like, we're presenting it to you. Would you like to look it over for a while?
We would like to look it over for a while.
Definitely would like to read it.
We'd like to read it.
And it is on the website, county website. So
So anybody and everybody, we could probably, what do you guys think? Give a 30-day comment on the final? While we're reviewing it, so can the public.
up to you guys.
This version of that is on the website
Yes.
underneath what?
I don't know,
Per county.
but it should, yeah, it's a Prairie County, wherever she's been putting them.
That's why I'm asking, because I looked and I didn't see it on there, so that's what I was asking.
It should have been on the website before we actually had the hard copies available.
Is it under the planning board?
We post a notice
Not
of the
underneath the
30-day
planning
comment.
Subdivision or there, 2016 growth policy, Prairie County growth. Is it under part 1 and part 2? Is that what it's?
We'll put it on.
I thought that was the second version, part 1 and part 2.
Blaming.
Laney,
But it actually wouldn't be a bad thing if they actually did get it on there, so we could change we could update some of these formatting.
Well,
issues.
there's the part 1 and part 2 on there, but I don't know which version of the revision it is.
Well, I guess we can dig into it until.
I think it is the most current, because one of the changes at the meeting was they were gonna make this version, the reason it's green on the front is it's green on the website, because the other two versions were blue.
Yeah, that is correct.
This is the most current on the website,
And that is why we went with green, because we had so many versions that.
with the new color.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. What should we do? Oh, this is charged to Prairie County.
So this is part 2 then? No, part 1
Is this
is
for the-
half the book and part 2 is the other half of the book. They couldn't put it under one
but
PDF,
they charge you
so.
$144 for 10 copies.
The
10
previous
copies.
draft.
I just don't.
Yeah,
Language we're talking
right.
about.
Yep.
I would.
Ink is expensive.
Well, that's why we didn't do any more than 10.
Engineering firms are expensive.
Well, this was Boss. No, that would have cost a lot more money in
This
Great
is the
West.
printing, the printer.
This you got done at Boss?
Yeah,
So you just got
Decided.
one copy from,
only one time, because it was so expensive from Great West, we decided that we should, pursue other options.
What'd she say?
It is that part 1 and part 2. So prairiecounty.org, /. planning, it's on the right-hand side under downloads, part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, I did find it, yes.
Thank you.
Do the commissioners feel like we should run an ad in the paper or something, or a story about this?
I think it'd be a really good idea to have people pay attention to what we're doing, because we're basically giving an avenue of the future. What we would like to see happen in Prairie County, or what is good in Prairie County, don't like in Prairie County.
Or get Prairie County ready to do something, or not do something.
Well, like, I don't know if we should run, gee, we're really tired of working on this thing, but, if the commissioners felt like there should be some sort of posted notice or story in the paper or something, so that people were aware that this thing is almost done,
I think that would be a great idea. Paper has been very good about covering different things, if given the opportunity.
I guess, we could contact them. So do you folks plan on, having some sort of meeting in the future for you guys about this document, say in a month or something?
Well, we're gonna take it home tonight and read it. Do we need to set up a time to,
What
whether,
do you guys think? Dennis?
Or the
I
mid-month?
think there'd be 30 days comment.
at the end of 30 days, we will take public comment and then make our decision?
Yeah,
Throughout the 30 days.
Huh?
30 days.
Throughout the 30 days, you'll take off.
yes,
Yes.
So the closest one to 30 days is your September 30th. Because you have one on the 17th, but that's only 28 days. So unless you want to shorten the comment period so it'll land on the 17th of September.
I think we better give them the full time.
give them just 30, give them just 30 days. Written comment,
So you want it on the September 30th agenda? Because that's.
Yeah, it'd be on that agenda and we
yeah,
would give them 30 days from whenever it gets posted.
whenever it gets posted.
It's already posted, so 30 days from today.
The
This
closest
comment per
meeting is the 30th.
But we'd want written comment.
What's today?
It's all written comment from now on.
It's the 20th.
So we probably won't get it in the paper for
Couple weeks,
9 days.
yeah. Keep up.
It'll be Saturday, the 28th or something like that.
Well, it would work because the 30th is the meeting that they're gonna review it on. I would give you enough time.
That should work.
Well, we can just take comment till the 20th. Just put it in the paper. We're taking comment till the 20th, written comment.
20th of September.
Yeah, that's correct.
I have a question. Besides the newspaper, is there anywhere else this notice could be put out?
We can put it on Facebook.
Okay, or like, happenings, Prairie County or
Yeah,
Courthouse.
happenings. Yeah,
or courthouse?
Or your quarter has its Facebook page.
I was just thinking other ways of getting word out that might be faster than the paper.
Yeah, anything, and I love the paper, but anything's about faster than that because it's weekly, it's not daily, it's weekly and.
I added it on the agenda.
okay,
4 o'clock. and everything.
yeah, that's good. And what's the title?
I suppose the final decision on the growth policy.
Okay. Good.
And that will be September 30th.
September 30th,
Make sure to get your comments in by September 20th.
correct. Well, I know this is a big pain. You guys took a lot of time on this. We're gonna take it seriously and review it in detail. See what kind of work you did. And I'm sure you did good work.
been conscientious about doing the work on it, and I surely appreciate it all. I've been there. A big job.
Just from a standby observation, looked like it's a labor of love.
Love and hater, pretty similar emotions.
Say, only, does it have anything on your towers in here? I haven't seen it.
I don't think so.
And why is that?
That will be a issue for the zoning commission if that starts. And, we discussed quite a bit about the different, things to be considered in the development of each natural resource. And when we originally started, we had all kinds of stuff on wind and solar and very little on oil, gas, all other developments, agriculture. And, so at one of our public meetings, we had several people comment that if we were gonna go into depth considerably on wind and solar, then we should do so on all the other resources that could be developed in the county. And so I guess we just put in one big sentence that said, each resource development will have its own positives and its own negatives. And so the height of structures, that will be governed in whatever zoning policy may or may not get adopted. And we kind of covered that a little bit in the statement about the view shed. And that was something that didn't exist before.
Yeah,
I guess the answer, Corey, is we didn't feel it was our place at the planning board to take a position on how tall structures should be. We don't, if you adopt zoning, we've got quite a few cell towers that are pretty tall too. And so the Weevil County zoning document gives their commissioners the authority to grant
variances.
variances, and,
That's not been tested yet either.
We
Yeah.
can't,
Yeah,
we
it's
can't
done.
own cell phone towers.
It's done.
That's emergency services.
okay,
Basically,
We don't have
time limitation.
yeah,
There's a time limitation before.
but we're not the zoning commission, so. I guess we
Yeah.
dodged a bullet, Corey, and passed the buck on it.
Well, you have people too in the county who I know don't have internet services. But maybe would like to look at this. So would you have copies available for people to come look at it? Or could they get copies? I mean, if it's word of mouth and someone's.
Our county could run these off a lot cheaper just on regular paper, not this kind of stuff.
I think on a one and as need basis, if they came in
If they
here,
came in and asked for it.
because we don't want to get a pile of copies
Right.
and all of a sudden nobody
They
wants it.
probably haven't paid for it.
Well, it's about having a final copy is why, we want everything
Right.
to be
Right.
approved before we made a lot of copies. Was that
Right, but I'm, so if somebody wanted,
wanted?
they could come in and ask for a copy.
Well, yeah, this. So we had.
Yeah, how many are left? How many are left?
Huh?
We made 10 copies. How many? Oh, it's in total.
So we could get 10 more made or something like that. We could do something like that. We have a budget.
It's-
We have 72
It's
grand.
pretty good,
Not anymore.
pretty good for us to have it.
Probably
For some when we had it right.
60 grand. I
Yeah,
think
you
we could-
printed this and
we
it's
can afford
wrong.
a couple $100.
Exactly, but I'm just
So-
saying if somebody.
No, I think that's.
My 94-5-year-old grandma doesn't have
Yeah, and she,
internet,
they would sit,
but she'd sit and read this and she would comment on it.
yeah.
So
I think we could do that.
if
Yeah.
someone wants a paper copy, I think it's pretty important.
We could make 10 more.
Yeah, and just have
No.
them.
We could fix it. Well, we fix we fix some of this formatting and then make 10 more
So
copies.
who's gonna do a deal in the Terry Tribune and then
Yeah.
Facebook and stuff to notify people that there are limited hard copies at the courthouse?
Hard copies on request. How's that?
Yeah,
Yeah, they come in and request it.
I'll work on the story.
all right.
We have to look
I'll
at
pick up
clerk
the
and recorder to put it on the website.
You'll do the Rainey will do the copies.
I'll pick them up.
What's that, Harry?
I'll make the
So to get it on
corrections and get
Facebook,
'em.
we'll have to work with the clerk and recorder, 'cause they're the only ones with access to the Facebook posts.
Yeah, no, I've been just letting Jerry's house.
Just draft up something they can put on there.
And
Okay,
For the comment period.
Yeah,
tell Laney and Araya that you got more copies coming. and
right,
Give them to,
yeah.
they can get names if they go to the.
That's what.
Have we used up our time?
You got 13 minutes. What do you got?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Looking to escape.
We have to do we have bylaws? Are we doing anything with them?
We don't have,
That might be a question for Harry.
What's that?
We presented the bylaws to the commissioners.
Didn't we
we
okay?
accepted the bylaws, didn't we?
We accepted them, didn't we?
I thought we were done.
Okay.
I'd have to look back.
I missed
and see what you did.
I thought we did.
have to say we have to.
But it could be.
I thought we approved the
If
bylaws.
we didn't, we were gonna,
When was the last meeting that you guys had? What day was that? Do you remember? When you last had your.
We were in the last one.
The sixth.
then,
Was the sixth. I bet it was the sixth.
oh, I think it was the one
If
before.
it was the
that.
sixth, then you didn't do it because it's not in the minutes.
Was there one
I
on the
remember.
30th or something?
That was the road haul agreement that we were in here on the sixth on.
It's before that.
Yeah, it was.
You guys dropped off it, so it must have been one before that was.
Well,
Let me look.
Steve, please research it for us and
We'll make sure it gets approved, because we went through it and we were all in favor that you did a good job on the bylaws.
We'll put it on the agenda for next week if it's not already done.
Yeah, put bylaws, approving the bylaws of the planning. board.
I'm looking to see if we have done it yet or not.
Maybe we just,
Maybe we just
Take
read
it.
them ourselves, huh?
we did add some words.
So no, you did not approve it, but it was given to you guys on the 7/30/25.
Well, let's
But
put
you did
it
not
on the
approve
agenda
it,
for next
so-
week.
I can add it on next agenda for you.
Okay,
Do you suppose it's possible? Are we too late for the Terry Tribune for today?
Yes,
It's Wednesday.
yeah, you're too late.
What is it, 1 or 2 o'clock?
Yeah, it's sometime mid-afternoon.
Maybe 3.
Oh, you got a whole week to work on it.
That's bad.
You get wordy now?
No, I'll forget.
Oh,
I think just do it. Think of it, do it. Then
Yeah,
they'll put it in the next one. They have.
get it to
That way
them,
you
they
don't
can
forget.
work around it.
It's on the agenda for the next time.
for the bylaws.
Yep.
Seeing anybody other comments on the growth plan? Seeing none, meeting adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
we do.
thanks for your work.
On